Hey guys, what's up? DJ's Aviation here. Welcome to another 1 to 400 scale model airport update. Today we have one new arrival. I'll give you guys a hint. It has arrived in from St. Petersburg in Russia. It is getting its water cannon salute at the moment. However, I'll show you guys that in a second. Our first model of the day is the United States of America 747 or Air Force One carrying Donald Trump. As you can see, this is being escorted onto runway 26 as it'll be departing off to New York immediately. All other traffic is currently being halted in and out of the airport to allow for this aircraft and the C5 Galaxy, which can be seen just behind it here. They're both getting special clearance and will be departing one after another, which is going to be pretty cool to see. Once these two have cleared the airspace, aircraft will be allowed to land and of course depart. Sitting at the remote holding stands for the regional zone is the Flybe Q400. This will be heading off to Dublin in 3.5 hours. It arrived in 25 minutes ago, so as you can see the passengers have been offloaded and there goes one of the buses. Then there's an empty stand, and moving over to the left we have the AN225. This arrived yesterday and was offloaded last night. From what I heard, it brought in a generator for the city. It should be departing within the next 3 days. That's the time frame that we've been given. However, there's no firm schedule. And as you know, cargo aircraft are never usually on time, so this could possibly go in the next few hours, but we're unsure. Moving over to the left is in the empty gate. That is where Air Force One sat. Moving along, we have 3 of the domestic gates being occupied. The first aircraft is the Ryanair 737. This is being heavily serviced, so bags are being put on, and the fuel is being loaded on, as well as passengers. This will be heading off to Hamburg in an hour. Behind that is the U.S.A.F A321 with winglets. This is in the inverted colours to TF Dad. I believe this one's TF Mom. Oh wait, no it's not. It might be... this one's TF Dad, the other one's TF Mom. So a good way to kind of know the difference is TF Mom has inverted colours, so the WOW is written in white and then the rest of the plane is purple. Purple/pink. That was the one I originally wanted. However, they had sold that out, so I've gone with this one. Behind that, sitting in the same gate as the last airport update, is the Aer Lingus A320. Now, there is something wrong with this layout on your screen now, so feel free to comment below and work out what it is. It's got something to do with the planes, or the GSE, or the grass, or just the lines in general. So have a guess in the comment section now. But this Aer Lingus has encountered quite a lot of problems. We had originally an issue with the engine as it departed, had to return. It is waiting now for a spare engine to come in, and it will be eventually removed from the airport for probably a month getting maintenance, and then it will be back. Moving over to the left is the only A380 on the mat today. This is the Qatar Airways Airbus A380-800. This is readying for a flight out to Doha. However, due to the departure of Air Force One, it will probably be delayed another 15 minutes before it's given clearance. So the passengers just currently sitting there waiting. Moving over to the left, we have 2 empty gates. Of course, one of them was being occupied by the Qatar Airways A380. However, now that that's pushed back, they're empty. Moving over to the left, you might be able to see the start of the new aircraft. But first of all on our screen is the Icelandair 757 in the Hekla Aurora colours. Very, very, very pretty, this one. I quite like it. I am waiting for the new livery. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but Icelandair have put out a new sort of livery like this. I'm hoping the model is released, because I'll definitely be getting my hands on that one. Behind that, you guys haven't seen this in a very long time, is the Fiji Airways Airbus A330. This will be heading off to Los Angeles and then of course Fiji. This service is kind of a once a month. There isn't a high demand for this, and that's why we only have once a month service on the A330. The 737 isn't able to make the flight, so that's why they've opted for the A330. However, I have heard rumours of them cutting it, but I guess we'll have to see. Now moving to our new arrival, this is the Rossiya, if I've pronounced that right, 747-400 in the Tiger livery with the tiger at the front, which looks really nice. This is getting its water cannon salute as it's just arrived in from St. Petersburg. I actually got this model yesterday, and I'm really, really happy with it. I quite like it a lot. It was a gift, so I'm not sure where it was purchased from. There will be an unboxing of this shortly when I find the time. I was meant to do a C3PO one like 2 weeks ago, I know, but I've just been extremely busy and just haven't had the spare time to do it. Uploads have also been not as frequent in the past week as I've had a lot on. But anyway, expect this review possibly in the next 2 weeks as I am about to start holidays. So this will be heading over to one of the empty gates in the A380 stands. Moving here, we have the British Airways 777, which has in fact arrived in from Los Angeles. This will be heading over to one of the gates. I believe it will be going next to the C3PO over here. And that's our next model that we'll be going on to. This is the ANA 777-200 C3PO, so the Star Wars livery. I purchased this one from my hobby house. I do have a spare one which has not been touched. I will eventually be selling it, so keep an eye out for that. But this one will be heading off to Tokyo Narita in around an hour and a half. Bags are being loaded on. There's some work being done to the engine. And the tug's already in place, ready for a pushback quite early, but we have quite a lot left over, so I think they're just happy to sit there for the next hour and a bit. Moving along to the left, we have the British Airways Airbus A320 with sharklets. This one is a bit damaged towards the tail end and is tail heavy as well, so I've got to be careful on the surface I put it on that it doesn't kind of go lopsided, but for now it is okay. This of course is parked there at the moment because it was taxiing. However, it's got to give way for Air Force One. This will continue moving in around 10 minutes as with the Qatar. However, ATC have confirmed that Qatar will get the priority on that one. Rossiya is allowed to still complete its water cannon salute, but of course it can't go any further because Qatar is occupying the one and only taxiway there. I'm now going to adjust the camera angle for you guys, just to give you a view of the extension area where there are currently 5 planes. Our first plane in the extension is the Monarch A321, again with sharklets. This is now being heavily loaded with passengers being put on board, catering being loaded on, and bags as well. There's around 3 buses currently circulating the aircraft. I have heard that this is a fully booked flight, and they haven't been able to fit it all on 2 buses. And moving over to the left, we have an empty gate, some more buses. I'm not sure if these are empty or transporting passengers. Moving over to the left, we have the Lufthansa A321. This is currently just sitting at the gate. Not much is going on with it. I believe it will be leaving in around 6 hours, so quite a long layover today on Sunday. Moving along, we have some trees and another empty gate. And then moving along, another empty gate. I am looking at the next models I get will be domestic ones throughout Europe, so I'm looking at maybe a Finnair SAS sort of thing, because I am lacking in that department. I've got quite a lot of heavies, so again, let me know in the comments. Of course, I'm not going to be getting like 10 models, maybe just 1 or 2, but let me know which airline you think's best. Of course, it's got to be kind of like a domestic one, so it could be SAS, Finnair, etc. You guys probably have better ideas than me, so feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Just another recap, we have the fire station behind, and the I guess you could say GC graveyard, sorry, not the remote holding stand, what am I thinking? Here is the spotting area, which looks quite nice, and the cows, of course. Moving back along, we have the British Airways 787, which is getting pushed back now for a flight out to, I believe, Vancouver. So another new destination for the airport. This is fully booked. The demand is really high for this particular location, so I believe they're going daily on that particular route. Of course, if the demand starts to drop, they will cut it back to 3 times weekly, or eventually we might see a double daily flight with another British Airways 787. You really never know. Just 2 more planes left on the mats. We have the American Airlines 777, which will also be heading out to Los Angeles in around 3 hours. Similar to the Etihad over to the left, which I'll show you guys in a second. This aircraft is not really doing anything at the moment. It did arrive in 2 hours ago, and all the passengers have been offloaded, so now it's just currently sitting and waiting for more GSC to free up for it. Moving over to the left, and the final model of the day is the Etihad Airways Boeing 787-9. This will be heading off to Abu Dhabi in around 8 hours, I believe. At the time of this recording, it is currently around 12 p.m, so lunchtime. This operates a nighttime flight, so along with another Qatar, which will be coming in shortly, the A350, they'll both depart around the same time, I believe, either 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. later tonight. So I am going to start to build a proper schedule for this airport, and I'm going to have different times. When I get more planes, I can actually say, alright, well, we're doing an 8 p.m. schedule, and the planes will be different to, let's say, the 12 p.m. However, of course, I've just got to start saving more money and get a few more planes to do that. I am thinking of doing an Australian airport eventually, so getting some Australian airlines in, maybe base it on Melbourne Airport. I'm unsure at this stage, but again, let me know if you'd like to see that, because I am happy to do that. I'll just zoom back in on the new aircraft, and just give you guys some news. I am thinking of putting in this video, in the pinned comment, a survey via Google, just asking your opinion on what you want to see on the channel, because I know a lot of you come for model airport updates, so I'll give you guys the option to kind of say what you'd like to see more of. Would you like to see more vlogs? Would you like to just see plane spotting compilations and kind of have the channel switched over to more model airport based model aircraft? I really don't mind. I am getting a little bit tired of doing plane spotting videos, but I still do them. Of course, I could reduce that, but again, it's up to what you guys want to see and what I want to do at the end of the day. So I'll fill out kind of some questions for you. They'll be based on, I guess, when you watch your YouTube videos as well, so I can kind of get an idea of when is the best time to post my videos, etc. And I think that is about it for this airport update. I will be getting hobby grass to finish off the grass this week. If you didn't know, we did buy hobby grass around 5 weeks ago, and it was the wrong colour, so we weren't able to return that, so we're going to have to go out and get some more, which is a shame. As for the terminals, I've got 2 terminals left. Then I'll just be doing some touch-ups, and then we are pretty much completed. I understand the process has been taking forever, but especially now with school and work and everything, I don't have the time anymore to be working on the airport. Luckily for me, holidays are coming up, so that's really the only time I'll have to work on this, and I've got to make the most of it. So I hope you guys can understand that. I also have to purchase sky bridges before I do anything. So I probably have to get them before I get any planes, but of course I'm happy to still take your suggestions either way. So thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next airport update, where there'll be hopefully some new planes and new developments with the structures. Peace.